Hi there, I'm Donna from donnaonthebeach.com and welcome to this brand new video series I'm starting today, all about creating a life worth falling in love with. I want to talk to you about 4 things over the next 4 weeks. Number 1, and today's subject, vision. What do you really want for your life? Next week, we'll be talking about taking action and making that vision come to pass. Week 3, we're going to talk about obstacles and things that get in the way. On week 4, we're going to talk about the foundations, creating strong, deep foundations so that you can really have what you want in your life. So, this week, it's all about the vision. Now, this is the exciting part. I am a big dreamer. I love big dreams. I love the creating those wonderful visions. It's one of my favourite things in the whole world. One of my nicknames is Dolly Daydream. And that's just because I love vision and daydreaming and creating amazing things in my mind and amazing places in my mind. I also want to get to those places, but that's a subject for a different day. Today, I really want to talk more about creating a vision for your life, creating the vision that you want for your life. You know, I'm a coach, just in case you didn't know, I'm a coach. And before I started this work, I just kind of sleptwalked through life because I didn't really know what I wanted. And I got to a point in my life where I still didn't know what I wanted, but I knew it really wasn't what I had. I didn't want the 9 to 5. I didn't want the job that was sucking my soul dry. I didn't want the life that I'd kind of fallen into. I wanted something different, but I still didn't really know what I wanted. And it took a coach and several coaches actually, and then starting my own coaching business for me to start to find what it was that I really, really wanted from my life. And that's the first thing that I want you to know about creating your vision for your life, is that it's fluid, it changes. It's not like you wake up one day and you go, that's what I want to be a circus acrobat. And then that's the same from when you're 23 to when you're 83. it just doesn't work that way. There's all sorts of reasons for that, but the one that I'll stick with for today is that you change as you get older. Your priorities change. When you're 23, you might just want to travel the world and drink a lot of alcohol. I know I did. I wasn't so bothered about traveling the world, but the alcohol bit was pretty spot on. But then when you're 33, things are different and you want different things. And the same as you get older, as you change, your vision changes for your life and what you want changes. But the important thing is, for me, is to start looking for what you want. You might not know yet. I didn't know what I wanted. And then I started looking and I found a lot of things that I thought might be it and then weren't quite it. And I tried a few things and I experimented with my life and I started to think, okay, what do I really, really, really want? And I started to delve deeper. And depending on what age you are and how kind of set in your ways you are and how much you believe you can have what you really want, this can be a real excavation process. For me, I had a deeply held dream in my heart that it took me about 10 years to admit that I wanted to be a writer. I now have a book and I have a list here over on the wall here of another 6 books that I want to write over the next few years. So I'm now a writer. But it took me a long time to be able to say that out loud, and to be able to do it and bring it forth. It took me a long time to excavate that dream out because it was surrounded by a lot of bullshit about whether I could do it or not do it or whatever. Now I've done it. It's like, yeah, of course I can do it because I did. But it was hard to start with. It was hard to find that dream. It was hard to admit that dream. I couldn't even admit it to myself for years. But if I'd never started, and I think of that sometimes, I think, what if I hadn't made the choices that I made? What if I just stayed with my life? Because my life was okay. You know, I had great friends and I had a great social life and I had a good job and I was well paid and all that. What if I just stayed with it? And I was bouncing off the walls of that life. I really struggled with it. I felt like my soul was shriveling within me. And I didn't enjoy it at all. I was really unhappy, actually. So I'm glad. I'm glad I started looking for my vision. For my vision for my life. For my big dreams for my life. And it's what I want for you. I want you to look for what you want. You know, sometimes people think, what do you want for your life? Oh, I don't know, more money. More money. A bigger house. A bigger boyfriend. I don't know. A bigger car. You know, there's kind of not that much thought gone into that. It's just, what I want, I don't know, like a better car, I suppose. Like, really? Yeah, you're really inspiring me with enthusiasm with that idea. So dig deeper. What do you want? Tell me. What do you want? What do you really, really deeply want? What do you want in your heart and soul? What's your soul crying out for you to do in your life? What would you love to make happen in your life? What would be just the most amazing thing you could ever imagine happening? What do you really, really want? You know, sometimes we don't want to look at that because we think, oh, well, what if I look at that and I can't have it? You know, like, I want the moon on a stick. That's what I really wanted. I want the moon on a stick and I can't have it. And that would make me sad. It doesn't have to be that way. And the great thing about it is when you start to define what you want for your life, you can start to make it happen. And maybe, you know, if you want to be a 50 billion selling author, maybe you can't make that happen today. But you can move towards it and you can start to make things happen. And you can also look at why you want that. You know, what author doesn't want to sell loads of books, but why? Why do you want that thing? Why? For me, apart from the loads of money, which should be great, but apart from that, it would be all about serving more people and helping more people with my book. You know, if it was selling billions of copies, I'd know that billions of people potentially could have their lives changed by my book, which would be awesome. And that would feel amazing. So I can start to live that in a smaller way right now because I can see the book's out there and it is changing people's lives as it is. I'm starting to live into that now. My book is starting to change people's lives. And hopefully, you know, I'm still I'm still working towards the selling billions of copies. But hopefully I'll sell lots of copies and change lots of people's lives. That feels good. But it's not really about selling billions of copies. Like, I'd love to, but actually what I really want is to be changing people's lives with my creative work. So when you look at what you really want for your life, you can start to live into it right now. You can start to bring elements of it into your life. If you want more freedom, if you want more joy, if you want more dancing, if you want more fun, if you want more adventure, you can start to bring those things into your life right now. You don't have to run off and climb Mount Kilimanjaro if you want adventure in your life. You can start to bring more adventure into your day-to-day life and start to live into that vision now, today. This is so important. I'm getting emotional. It's so huge that you answer the calls of your heart and soul, that you become who you were born to be, that you live the life that you really, truly, deeply, madly want. Not just the life that you fell into accidentally, but the life that you really want. You deserve that. You truly, truly deserve that. So I hope that I have inspired you today to start to look at what you really want for your life, what your vision is for your life, what your big dreams are, what you really want to create, rather than living the default life. You know, your default life might not be bad. You know, mine, I was unhappy in my default life, but you might be happy enough in your default life. But imagine how much happier you could be in the life that you were really meant to live, being the person you were really meant to be, doing the things that really call to your heart and soul. And you know what? I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's not easy. It's not an easy path to follow. If you start to follow your big dreams, you are going to have down times. You're going to have times where you're like, why did I do this? Why don't I just stay at a job where it's easy? I know I've lived it. I've been in business for myself for nearly 11 years. And sometimes it's tough. But sometimes your default life's tough too. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and think, what am I doing with my life? Sometimes you're awake at 4 a.m. thinking, is this it? Is this all there is? Surely there's more to life than this. So yeah, it can be tough following the vision and going after what you really want. But to me, it's better to follow those big dreams. Better to bring out those heart's desires. Better to follow the call of your soul than it is to just never look, never try, never really figure out what you truly want. So, that got kind of deep, huh? So what do you want? What do you want? What do you want for your life? What do you deeply, truly want? How would you like your life to be? And then in the next video, we're going to talk about taking action to make that happen. Taking action to bring that vision into reality. Kind of exciting bit. But it's important to have the vision in first, because otherwise you're just kind of taking action without really know where you're going. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just taking action and hoping that something will happen. But if you figure out, like, where do I want to go? Where do I really want to go? Do I want to go to the centre of a town in the Midlands that's a bit grime? Or do I want to go to the seaside or to a Caribbean island? Where do I want to go? When you know your destination, it's much easier to take the action to get you there. Otherwise, you're just kind of, what am I doing? So we'll talk about action next time. And if you think you need more help to create the vision that you want for your life and to really dig into what you really, 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 really want, then you might be interested in checking out my workshop. It's called Create a Life Worth Falling in Love With. The links are below this video. Go and check it out. And it has 4 modules, coincidentally, about vision, action, obstacles and foundations. So this video is just kind of an introduction to the vision part of the workshop. But if you want more help to help get that vision out of you, to help you really figure out what you want, go and check out the workshop. There's loads of information in there. I've packed it with everything I could possibly think of that might help you to create your vision. And I'd really love for you to check it out. All right, take really great care of yourself, and I will see you next time when we'll be talking action. I don't know why I did a Vogue thing there. No idea.